My name is Yanni Singh. Welcome back to my channel. This is a video about the time my crush tried to beat me up, and not in a good way. So this takes place when I think I was in 8th grade, and it was either 7th or 8th grade because I went to this particular school, and this school was hood, and I had never gone to a hood school before, so like I wasn't ready for what they were about to give me. Like in this school I had my first fight, I had my first kiss, I saw girls doing crazy things, guys doing crazy things, I saw orgies, all that, but I wasn't involved. At this time, I'm still really coming into my own, and like I'm like this really like shy and like I would say sweet, but like people wouldn't have described me as sweet, but I was definitely sweet on the inside because, you know, emotional issues, stuff going on at home, you know. So in 7th grade, I was friends more with like the better behaved kids, and by the time I got to 8th grade, I was 50-50 friends with both of them, but I would end up in more bad situations than I would good. This all happened on a Friday, and for some reason in that school we would have like a lot of parties, and like they were like real parties. Like they put on like music with curses in it, like people would be dubbing and people would hit the staircase, like a lot of crazy stuff was happening. Like there'd be food, there'd be chips and everything, and it was lit. So this was one of those days, and we started off the morning just chilling, and I was hanging out with my innocent friends. So I'm hanging out with my innocent friends, and we're cracking jokes and we're laughing about the silliest thing. And when I'm with them, I don't take a lot of things seriously. Like things weren't that deep, because in reality they really weren't regardless. So I get to the point with my friends where now instead of just like making random jokes, we're making jokes about each other. So I made a joke to my friend, let's call her Melanie. I made a joke to my friend Melanie, and after I made the joke, she was like your mama, and me and all my friends, we started cracking up. It was the funniest thing ever. Like we were having a ball, like it was hilarious to us. And then we hit the afternoon, and I start hanging out with my hood friends, right? So me and my hood friends were all just hanging out, and we're cracking jokes again. Like we get to the point where we're cracking jokes again, and then some other kids from our school, they come and they start joining in, and we're all laughing, and these guys aren't particularly my friends. But one of them is this boy that I thought was so cute. I had the biggest crush on him. We'll call him David. David cracks a joke on me, and I remembered the joke that my friend Melanie had told me earlier, where she was like your mama. And I thought it was hilarious. So I was like, yo, this is the time. Like, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna steal Melanie's joke, and David's gonna love it. Like, we're all just gonna crack up, and then like me and him can like, afterwards we can talk and like, you know. So David says something to me. I don't even remember what he says. But in response, I said, like yo mama. And he said, what? And me not knowing like talking about someone's mother was like that deep, like especially if I'm not even saying anything crazy, like I'm just saying like yo mama, like I didn't think it was that deep. I repeated the joke again, and I said like yo mama, and David drops his book bag. He pulls up his pants and he says, I'm gonna knock this bitch out. So I said like yo mom, like it's a joke, like I'm joking with you, and all of David's friends are holding him back, and he's like, I'm gonna fuck this bitch up, watch when I catch her, and he's literally trying to beat me up, and I'm like shaking because like I'm like what the fuck is going on? Like I'm confused, like what's happening? Keep in mind, I went to a hood ass school, so like they weren't like really there to do much besides stop them from any liabilities. Like they didn't really care about your safety like that. Instead of them taking David out the playground, they take me out the playground, and I'm really confused. The whole time they're escorting me out, David's like, watch when I catch you, I'm shooting you after school. When I catch you after school, it's lit, it's up. And I'm like, David, I love you. But it's just a lot. It's a lot. I didn't realize it was that big of a deal to like say, like your mama, because when my friend Melanie said it to me, it was hilarious. It's not that deep. So as they're escorting me out, recess is ending, so they start walking the rest of the kids upstairs. And I kid you not, I'm like one flight above them. I hear David like,
I'm gonna catch her in the staircase, watch, I'm gonna catch her in the staircase, I'm gonna beat her ass.
And I'm like terrified, like I'm shaking. Like at this point, I don't even think I had gotten into my first fight at all. Actually, no, I haven't gotten into my first fight, but I did get into my first fight in 8th grade. So I'm like terrified. David's like for sure ready to like fuck me up. Like this is his goal and his mission. And his friends are like geeky, like kiki and laughing like it's funny. And I'm just like, this is wild. And on top of that, the administration, they decide to put me in the office by myself. Meanwhile, David is planning to shoot me at the party. He's planning to wait for me after school and shoot me at the party. Now, at this point, I thought it was over. Like, David's at the party. I'm stuck in this room until dismissal. And mind you, there are 5 hours left of school. And comment down below if you think that was fair that I was put in the room instead of him when he's clearly violent. And I just said, like, yo, mama. Like, I'm just joking. Anyways, let me know if you think that's fair. Anyways, so I'm thinking it's over. And then I hear a knock at the door. Mind you, I'm the only person in this room because even the staff is up there partying, but they locked the door so I'd be safe. This is trifling. This is why you watch the schools you send your kids to, period. So anyways, I hear a knock at the door and my first instinct was to just open it like, oh, it's probably one of the administrators. But something told me to look outside the door. So I look through the glass and I don't see anybody, so I sit back down. Then I hear a knocking again. So I get up and I look through the glass and I still don't see anybody. So then I tiptoed and I looked below and David's crouching down below the door by himself. Like he's literally by himself and he's waiting to beat me up. All I said was like him, like it's not that deep, David. Long story short, by the end of the school day, David is dubbing on girls and he's having fun. So I guess he let it go. But he was still very threatening and I was very scared. And let me tell you the tea. Let me tell you the juice. Let me tell you what's going on. David is in my inbox right now trying to take me on dates. Yes, I will go on a date with you, David. No, I'm kidding. I will not go on a date with you. Leave me alone. You tried to beat me up. I'm not gonna lie. I do have a story with David that happened maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. Where like I was like, you still cute, and he was like, you cute too. And if you guys want to hear that story about me and David, let me know. Anyways, that was the end of the story time. My name is Yenny Singh. I hope you liked it. Like, share, and subscribe. We're on our way to 1 million and we're on our way to being the most successful YouTuber, period. Goodbye.